Hey guys, thanks for joining me. I'm with my dog Cooper here. Wanted to show you some tips and tricks to help your dog with some crate training, especially while we're all staying home for a while. Keeping up with crate training is going to be really helpful when it comes time for everyone to go back to work and your dog has to be home alone again. So I'm going to show you a few different things. Some really easy things that you can do just throughout the day that will help them be more comfortable going in and out of their crate. Yeah, I have treats in my hand. So the first step is just to get some whatever kind of treats they like. I've just got some basic training treats here, but if they need a little bit more motivation, if they're really not enjoying being in the crate, going in the crate, you can use hot dog, cheese, something a little bit more exciting. But the first step is just going to be tossing a few treats into their crate and letting them go in after them. And I don't want to force anything. I've got the door staying open. He can go in, sniff around, get the treats, and then he's got the choice to either stay in there, yes, or he can come right back out. So since he stayed in there, I gave him an extra treat. Now I'm going to toss a treat out so he comes back out. And then we're going to do the same thing. Toss the treat in. Yes. Good job, buddy. The overall goal for this is not to necessarily, go from going into their crate to crating them for 8 or 9 hours a day. The goal is more so for them to be able to trust that the crate is a good place to be, and have it be a comfortable place to be. So what you want to do next is toss another treat in. And then the goal obviously is to have them stay in there. Yes. So I'm going to give them another treat for staying in. If your dog knows sit or down at this point, now would be a great time to ask them that, and see if it's something that they'll offer while they're in the crate. You sit. Good. And he almost offered it down, which is even better. Down. Nice job. Good. So now we're just working on a little bit of duration. So he's learning that laying in his crate nice and calmly is getting him good stuff. So the next step, obviously, they're not just going to be in the crate with the door open all the time. While this is great for them to be able to come in their crate and relax, we need to be able to close the door. I never want to startle them or surprise them in any way with the door closing. I want it to be just as natural as going in and out of the crate. So while he's here nice and comfortable, he's pretty engaged, I'm just going to slowly start moving the door a little bit with my hand, and rewarding him for staying in the crate while I'm doing that. And he's got his feet hanging over the edge a little bit. That's fine at this moment, just while we're doing some training. Of course, it's not necessarily great if I wanted to shut the door, but in which case I would probably just toss a treat toward the back of the crate again, just to reset him a little bit and get his full paws back there. So he's watching me. That's actually what I want. I want him to know what's going on at all times. So I'm just going to treat him for staying in position while I'm moving the door. Nice. Good job. Try to get his feet in. So I'm not going to move the door while he's not paying attention. That's not fair to him. Go. Yeah, I think you ate it. Go. Good. Come on up. If at any time your dog is showing any hesitancy or fear with being in the crate or going into the crate, make sure you take a step back and go at their pace. If it's going into the crate that they're afraid of, one thing that can help sometimes is either one, using a higher value treat, or tossing a bunch of treats in and then actually taking a few steps away from the crate can help them feel a little bit more comfortable, and giving them a little bit less pressure on, with the person being right next to them. So them being able to choose to just come in and out of the crate on their own regard is going to be really helpful, which is why it is helpful to do this redundantly, even a few times a day, just to get into the practice of you go in your crate and you can come right back out. I should note that if at any point you do need or want to crate your dog for a little bit, it's always good practice, even for a half hour to an hour a day, if not longer, for various reasons. If you have to go to the grocery store, make sure when you do put them in their crate and have to leave them there, give them something good to do. A Kong is a great tool. You can stuff it with all sorts of stuff and freeze it to make it last even longer. But put some stuff in there, toss it in, and let them go get it. Oh, it's in there. And that way, when you do leave them, they are able to keep busy for a while. Go. Good. All right, well, that's it. Thanks again for joining. Let me know if you have any questions on crate training, and stay home.